Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I am also going to be I picked 4 types and I'm going to do the rest in a different episode of 4 gyms and or types, Pokemon types, and I chose 4 of them. Obviously I chose 2, but then I chose 3 other types, chose Pokemon for them. They all are Gigantamax Pokemon at the end, so 4 Gigantamax Pokemon at the end. So obviously, my Steel-type team is Steelix, Berserker, Magnezone, Scizor, Metagross, and Caporaja, who can Dynamax. And then my next team I decided to do was Poison. I just feel like Poison, there's not really many gems for it. I mean, I guess kind of, but yeah. Poison-type gym. My first Pokemon would be Skuntank. I know in Sword and Shield, Piers has a Skuntank as her ace Pokemon, or his ace Pokemon, but it's using it in the Dark-type gym. I'm using it in a Poison-type gym. Okay. My next Pokemon would be Muck. Muck was one of the first Poison-type Pokemon introduced. One, because it was in an early episode of the Indigo League, and it was one of the original 151. So it's definitely one of the first Poison-type Pokemon. My next Pokemon would be Garbodor. In Sword and Shield, Garbodor, Alenia has a Gigantamax Garbodor as her ace when you have to battle her after you beat Hop. So yeah. Then my next Pokemon would be Tentacruel. Tentacruel was also in the original 151 and was also in I think it was in one of the episodes of Indigo League. I don't remember which, but Muck and Tentacruel are both Poison-type Pokemon. My next Pokemon is Toxicroak. Marnie does have a Toxicroak in Sword and Shield, but yeah, Toxicroak is also a fighting type. I don't know why that would help us, but... And then, my ace Pokemon would be Gigantamax Toxtricity. Gigantamax Toxtricity is really one of the only Poison-type Gigantamaxes. There's also Gigantamax Venusaur, and some other Gigantamax Poison-type Pokemon. But Gigantamax Toxtricity is really cool, because you can really only get Gigantamax Venusaur from... if you have the Isle of Armor, not because you can pick from Bulbasaur or Squirtle, but it's also because, if you even get a Bulbasaur and get it to a Venusaur, the only other way you could get it is if you get it in a den, so you'd have to find a Gigantamax Venusaur den, and that's the only other way you could get a Gigantamax Venusaur, or you just bring a regular Venusaur over to the Isle of Armor and give it Max Soup. Or you just choose the Bulbasaur when you choose from Bulbasaur or Squirtle after catching and defeating all the fast Slowpoke. Okay, now on to the next type, which I chose Psychic. Psychic type gyms are really cool. In Gen 1, in Red, Blue, and Yellow, it was super powerful. You could literally, once you get an Abra to level 16 and evolves into Kadabra, you could just trade with your friends and then trade back, and now you have a level 16 Alakazam. So you could have an Alakazam for literally the whole game, pretty much, because, well, just without Brock and Misty, because they're under level 16. Well, just for Brock, actually. So you could have an Kadabra and then an Alakazam for Misty's gym on. But Brock, unless you get super over leveled and just level it to level 16, so then you can have an Alakazam for the whole game, but yeah. So my first Pokemon is Alakazam, and I just talked about Alakazam. So yeah. Sabrina's Alakazam is her ace Pokemon, so I'm using I'm starting off with another Pokemon that's an ace of a gym leader. My next 2 Pokemon are Glade and Gardevoir. Usually they're in 2 different gyms but I decided to put Glade and Gardevoir both in the same gym for me. And my fourth Pokemon is Espeon, because I want an evolution. And my fifth Pokemon is Medicham. No reason why. And my ace Pokemon is Gigantamax Orbeetle. There's really no other psychic type Pokemon that can Gigantamax other than Orbeetle. It is part bug type. It's a dual bug psychic type. And it has a Gigantamax, and it's really the only Pokemon who's one of their types is psychic that has a Gigantamax. Now on to the last type for this episode, the water type. I know there's Nessa already, so let's say we kick Nessa out, and then the Dragon Gym is the second gym, but if they have any low evolution, so like Gigalith would probably be around a Roggenrola, maybe a Bulldor for the second gym. And then Flygon would probably be around a Trapinch or a Vibrava. Duraludon would just be a lower level Duraludon with a lower base stat total. Kind of like Whitney and Fantina for the Johto and Sinnoh games. And then, yeah. So, my first Pokemon would be Quagsire. First of all, Quagsire is a ground type just to cover our electric type weakness. And if you're about to say at home or wherever you are like, oh, well, but what about your grass type weakness? I'm about to get to that in a couple minutes. And I also chose Vaporeon because Vaporeon is just a cool Pokemon, and I think it just looks really cool. My next Pokemon is Dugong. Dugong is one of our grass type counters because Dugong can learn Signal Beam, which is a bug type move, and Ice Beam, which is an ice type move, which both are super effective against grass. But the main Pokemon that's handling our grass type weakness is Walrein. Walrein is a really good Pokemon. It has a really good defense, and special defense, and it has a really good attack and special attack stat. And my next Pokemon is Barraskewda. Barraskewda, I just wanted a Galar Pokemon in here, although I do have another one. And my next Pokemon is Blastoise. I know I feel like people would probably think I would do Gigantamax Blastoise since I was just talking about Gigantamax Venusaur and all the Isle of Armor stuff. But no, it is not. It is the water type Gigantamax Urshifu. Yep. Okay. So my water type gym would be Quagsire, Vaporeon, Dugong, Walrein, Barraskewda, Blastoise, and the water type Gigantamax Urshifu. So yeah, that would be my team. Okay, let me just get back to Psychic. And then my Psychic type gym is Alakazam, Gallade, Gardevoir, Espeon, Medicham, and Orbeetle. Then my Poison type gym is Skuntank, Muck, Garbodor, Tentacruel, Toxicroak, and Gigantamax Toxtricity. And obviously my Steel team is this. And if you don't know these Pokemon's names, just go to the video where I name my gym, because I originally did Steel, then I added Poison, Psychic, and Water. So yeah, those would be the first four gyms that I had. So I'm going to come up with Pokemon and gyms for the rest. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of me picking gyms. Obviously I already had Steel, but picking 3 other teams, or types, I guess, to pick Pokemon for and do where. Okay, so I'm going to now pick where they were. So Steel, I already said in the video that I would put it where Raihan was. So yeah, Raihan I would be in Hammerlock, and I would be a Steel type gym. Then for the Poison type, I would probably put in what was it? Spike Moth. Because I just feel like poison types and dark types are there, so I would replace the dark types with poison types. Then my psychic type team, I would put, since most of them I would probably put in, I would put it in Balonly, because like it's kind of pinkish and instead of fairy, and then like Beatty was a psychic type trainer before he became the fairy type gym leader. But I would go to Balonly as my gym for psychic type. For the water gym, like I said, Nessa is already there, so you would probably think I would pick that town, but I am not. Since most of these Pokemon evolve kind of late, except for Vaporeon, because you can just put a water stone on it. And Kubfu, you need the Isle of Armor, and then you need to pick the Tower of Waters to get a water type Urshifu. Yeah, so I think and you need it to be around level 70. If you beat the game and then got the armor pass, they're going to be around levels 50, 60, and 70 throughout the whole game of the Isle of Armor pass. So yeah, that would be my gyms and where they would be. Oh wait, I didn't pick where my water gym would be. I wouldn't put it, I think I would put this one in Stow-on-Side. I just feel like Stow-on-Side is kind of sandy and stuff, so it would be good for a ground gym. But I feel like I would change it to be like kind of rainy and stuff. So then it would make sense for my water type gym. And I wouldn't need Rain Dance because I would open the ceiling, so then rain is automatically activated. So then there's a cutscene where, like, when you're walking in the gym, leader is also walking. When you're both walking in, it's also showing it's showing a cutscene of it's after you walk towards each other and then turn. It would show a cutscene of the ceiling opening and then rain falling down, and then you would start the battle. So, yeah, that would be my water type gym. That would be my steel, poison, psychic, and water type gym. This is one of the longest videos I've done in a while. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.